Every time I look at a massive oil platform, an LNG train or a refinery, I see value being engineered into existence. Because oil and gas, every project must create value. Whether it's designing new assets, upgrading an old one, or building a digital solutions, every idea has to prove its worth of investment. We are talking about decisions that can cost billions and economies. If they don't work, it won't move forward. I've seen this firsthand in projects that range from digital product development and asset integrity and production optimization. In the end, all good engineers have one thing in common. We are value obsessed. So for today, I want to break down on how engineers, especially in oil and gas, create value through their work. We'll explore 7 powerful levers that turn technical projects into financial, operational, and social impact. And trust me, this levers is what's keeping the global energy systems alive and thriving. Let's start with the first lever, direct value creation. This is when engineers directly translate money into production, high yield, or new revenue streams. Take, for example, subsurface engineering. Using advanced data analytics, petrophysicists and geologists can model underground formations with remarkable precision. They use seismic data, core samples, and AI-driven solutions and simulations to predict the best drilling spots. Every well that is dry that's avoided saves hundreds of millions of dollars. That's value creation at scale. In LNG plants or refinery, advanced analytics platforms can optimize heat exchangers, compressors, and distillation columns, sometimes squeezing 1 or 2% of efficiency. That may sound small, but across entire plants, it could mean tens of millions of extra revenue per year. I've been part of digital projects that achieve exactly this, transforming operations through data, smarter decision, and faster insights. That's what makes digital truly powerful. It amplifies the engineering that we know already works. The second level is cost avoidance, or in simpler terms, saving money before it disappears. In oil and gas, preventing a problem is worth far more than fixing it. An unexpected compressor failure, a pipeline leak, or an unplanned shutdown can cost millions per day. That's why engineers are obsessed with reliability. We use predictive maintenance algorithm, risk-based inspection, and asset life dashboards to detect issues before they cause downtime. For example, by catching early signs of vibration or corrosion, a refinery can avoid millions of shutdown costs by avoiding shutdown itself. I've spent years in asset integrity and inspection optimization, and trust me, that quite win matters the most. Nobody celebrates a breakdown that didn't happen, but those are the moments where engineering really pays off. Cost avoidance is an invisible value, but it's what keeps operation running smoothly and safely. Next up, efficiency gains. This is where engineering shines by doing more with same resources or same with less. Think of refinery turnarounds, those planned shutdowns for maintenance and upgrades. Every hour of downtime can mean millions in lost production. By using integrated planning tools, digital twins, and better coordinations, engineers can shave days off, turning delays into dollars. In drilling, automation and real-time analytics can optimize drilling parameters, reducing well delivery times by 10 to 20%. The more wells, the faster and safer. Efficiency isn't glamorous. It's the quiet backbone of competitiveness. I've seen how improving workflows or integrating systems across disciplines can unlock enormous gains. Sometimes a clever algorithm or streamlined digital workflows can save as much as a brand new assets would have produced. Efficiency is an unsung hero of value. And here's a value lever that both technical and strategic. Asset life studies. Most offshore platforms, pipelines, and plants are designed for 20 and to 25 years. But after that, what if the field still has potential? Rebuilding can cost billions. So instead, engineers perform asset life studies to determine if it's safe and economical to keep running. We look at everything: fatigue, corrosion, structural integrity, risk profile, and economic feasibility. I've worked on these studies, and they're just not just about engineering. They're about judgment and accountability. One North Sea operator extends a platform life by more than 10 years after detailed assessment, saving billions in new construction and keeping production going safely. ALS is where engineers meet strategy. It turns all assets into new opportunity, proving that with enough innovation, yesterday's platform can fuel tomorrow's energy. Safety and environmental performance aren't just checkboxes. They're critical value levers. One major accident can erase decades of production, profit, and reputation. That's why the industry invests heavily in digital safety innovation. Electronic permit work system, for example, track human movements. AI vision systems that can detect unsafe behaviors and sensor networks that ensure confined space are entered safely. Those are the quiet revolution that makes today's operation far safer than it was 20 years ago. Engineers also embed sustainability at every step, reducing flaring, optimizing fuel use, and implementing carbon capture systems. Beyond compliance, these actions protect communities, environment, and investor confidence. And in my experience, safety and environment actions are non-negotiables. You can't optimize production if you don't protect the people and the planet that enable it. It's not just about being compliant. It's about earning trust every day. Now let's talk about value you can't measure on a spreadsheet. Intangible value. When a company leads innovation, safety, or sustainability, it builds credibility that lasts decades. It attracts talents, investors, and partners. For engineers, every well-designed solution is also a statement of competence and reliability. For example, when an oil and gas company opens sources part of its R&D or contributes to decarbonization initiative, it signals confidence and leadership. In a world that moves towards a cleaner energy, engineering excellence becomes part of our identity. I've seen how being part of pioneering projects in digital transformation and production optimization naturally builds reputation, not just for the companies, but for the engineers themselves. Because in this industry, trust is currency, and engineers help mint it. The final lever is scaling innovation beyond your own company. Once a digital or engineering solutions prove value internally, whether it's AI-driven optimization tool, of an inspection system, or a data platform, it can be commercialized externally. That's how internal R&D transform into new business models. For instance, a predictive analytics platform built to optimize refinery performance can later be offered as a service to other operators. This not only generates new revenue, but also positions the company as a technology leader. And that's a story I've personally witnessed, where something built to resolve internal challenges evolved externally to a scalable product. It's one of the most exciting parts of modern engineering, seeing work grow beyond its original purpose. When innovation scales, everyone wins: the company, the customer, and the industry as a whole. At the end of the day, every engineer, whether designing structures, writing codes, or modeling subsurface formation, is a valuable architect. We don't just build things, we build outcomes. More production, fewer failures, longer asset lives, safer operations, and stronger reputations. I've been fortunate to see this from multiple sides: digital transformation, asset integrity, and production optimization. And one thing is constant: engineers are value obsessed. We can't help it. Everyday decisions, every equation, every pixel in the code is about how to make the system perform better. So next time you hear about billions spent on oil and gas projects or new digital systems, remember, these aren't costs. These are investment designed to multiply in value. Because in the end, that's what engineering is: turning science into data, hard work into value that powers the world. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who ever wondered what engineers actually do. Because now you know, we build value.